12 years after the Sheena Bora case, or rather when she was murdered, her murder case continues to send shockwaves.
Actually discovered a burnt body in the Raigad area then, but there was no action that was taken. They did not send the body parts, the burnt body parts, for a post-mortem.
It was a murder that shocked a nation. A young woman vanishes without a trace. A mother's love turns into something far more sinister, and the truth buried, literally. What began as a missing person case slowly unraveled a horrifying saga of deceit, betrayal, and one of India's most shocking high society crimes. This is not just a story of murder, it's a story of buried identities, hidden relationships, and a desperate attempt to erase the past. Mumbai, 2012. Sheena Bora, a young, vibrant executive working at Mumbai Metro 1, was living a seemingly normal life. Smart, educated, charming, her future looked promising. And then, one day in April 2012, she simply disappeared. There were no newspaper headlines, no frantic police searches, no social media posts begging for information. It was as if she had simply stopped existing. 3 years later, in 2015, a tip-off to the Mumbai police led to the shocking arrest of a woman named Indrani Mukerjea, socialite, media executive, and someone believed to be Sheena's mother. What the police uncovered was a case so twisted, so layered in lies, that it took years to fully comprehend. Sheena Bora was born in 1987 in Assam. She grew up with her grandparents in Guwahati. As far as the world knew, Sheena and her younger brother Mikhail were the children of a retired schoolteacher and his wife. But behind that facade was a secret that would later explode into national headlines. Sheena and Mikhail were not the children of their grandparents. They were the children of Indrani Mukerjea, a woman who had left her past behind in pursuit of wealth, success, and a new identity. Indrani had left her hometown, moved to Kolkata, and married a man named Sanjeev Khanna, with whom she had another child. Eventually, she moved to Mumbai and married Peter Mukerjea, a powerful media tycoon and former CEO of Star India. To the public, Indrani was glamorous and successful. To Sheena and Mikhail, she was always Dee, their elder sister. But in reality, she was their biological mother, a truth she went to disturbing lengths to hide. In 2006, Sheena moved to Mumbai for higher education. She lived with Indrani and Peter, working for Mumbai Metro 1 after graduation. That's when things became complicated. Sheena began dating Rahul Mukerjea, Peter Mukerjea's son from a previous marriage. If Sheena was indeed Indrani's daughter, this would mean she was in a relationship with her stepbrother. When Indrani discovered the relationship, she strongly opposed it, but her reaction was far more intense than anyone expected. According to reports, she became obsessed with controlling Sheena's life. She forbade her from meeting Rahul. Sheena, on the other hand, began asserting her independence and possibly threatening to reveal their true relationship. This secret, this potential threat, would become the motive for one of India's most chilling crimes. April 24, 2012. That day, Sheena told her friends she was going to meet her mother. She never came back. No calls, no messages, no explanations. Her brother Mikhail, who was living in Mumbai at the time, grew suspicious but received reassurances from Indrani that Sheena had gone abroad for studies. Rahul, who was in a serious relationship with Sheena, was devastated. He kept asking questions, even filed complaints, but the case didn't move forward. Indrani kept telling people Sheena had moved to the US. She even produced fake emails to convince Rahul and others. Behind the scenes, however, the truth was grim. According to police investigations, Indrani, along with her ex-husband Sanjeev Khanna and her driver Shyamvar Rai, meticulously planned the murder. On the evening of April 24th, Sheena was picked up by Indrani in a car. Sanjeev was already inside. Sheena was allegedly offered a spiked drink. Once she was unconscious, she was strangled in the car by Indrani and Sanjeev, with the driver assisting. Her body was then stored overnight in a suitcase. The next day, they drove to a remote forest area in Raigad and burned the body using petrol. For 3 years, the secret stayed buried, literally. In August 2015, the driver Shyamvar Rai was arrested in an unrelated arms case. Under interrogation, he broke down and confessed to being involved in a murder in 2012, the murder of Sheena Bora. What followed was a series of arrests, first Indrani, then Sanjeev, and eventually Peter Mukerjea, who was accused of being aware of the conspiracy. The forest site where Sheena's charred remains were buried was located. DNA tests confirmed the worst. Indrani maintained her innocence. She claimed she was being framed. But the evidence was damning. Phone records, testimonies, financial trails, and that one fatal mistake, trusting the wrong person to keep a secret. Why would a mother kill her own daughter? Investigators believe Indrani's obsession with status and control played a central role. She had created an entirely new identity in Mumbai. Sheena's presence, her romantic involvement with Rahul, and the potential of exposing her as Indrani's daughter threatened that carefully curated life. The Sheena Bora case became one of India's most talked about true crime sagas. The media frenzy was relentless. The visuals of Indrani being taken to court, her fall from high society, her interactions with the press, it all unfolded like a high-stakes thriller. Peter Mukerjea was also arrested for alleged involvement, but was later granted bail in 2020. Indrani spent several years in jail before finally receiving bail in 2022. As of now, the trial is still ongoing. The legal system continues its slow grind, while the public still seeks closure. What's chilling is how no one really questioned Sheena's disappearance in 2012. No large-scale media coverage, no official missing persons report. The people closest to her either accepted the story that she moved abroad or were silenced. Mikhail Bora, her brother, gave multiple interviews stating that he had suspected foul play from the beginning but lacked the resources to prove it. Indrani's life is a case study in reinvention. Born in a middle-class Assamese family, she rose through ambition and calculated relationships. She changed cities, marriages, names, and even family dynamics to build a persona of power. Her relationship with her children, especially Sheena, was marked by denial and deception. She went to great lengths to erase her past, but in doing so, she erased a life. Today, the Sheena Bora case remains a haunting tale of betrayal within a family. It serves as a stark reminder that sometimes the most dangerous secrets are hidden behind familiar smiles. The Sheena Bora murder case is more than just a headline. It's a tragic story of a young woman who lost her life because her existence was inconvenient to someone she should have trusted the most, her own mother. We may never know the full truth. We may never understand the mind that orchestrated such a cold-blooded crime. But we can remember Sheena, not as a victim, but as a name that forced a society to look behind the mask of power, wealth, and appearances. If you found this story haunting and powerful, don't forget to subscribe for more true crime documentaries like this. Your support helps us uncover stories that must be told.